Hey everybody, I'm KK.
I'm Kristen.
Together we are,
Thank you for sharing.
and it's
And Thursday.
it's Thankful Thursday. Today I want to say that I'm thankful for my children, and I know we all are, but I'm just really thankful that they have grown to be the people that they are. My oldest will soon be a daddy. This middle child here is getting ready to go to college to be a teacher. My youngest has taken on new adventures this summer, and he has fallen in love with fishing. Absolutely fallen in love, but they all have. We've always taken them fishing, and I'm thankful for that ability as a family. You don't realize when they're little and you're taking them fishing what kind of things that does. It just sets this mentality, I think, for family togetherness, taking care of yourself, and taking time out to enjoy what God's given you. And it's just been a wonderful thing for them this summer to be able to fish and just kind of spend time together. And it's become his favorite thing, and he's learning all kinds of new things about it and about how to get how to trap his own bait and do that kind of stuff. So they've just had fun doing that, and so I'm thankful for them and the journey that we've had this summer and the fun that we've had together. And even through everything that has gone on this summer, we have had a good time, I think, and just spent time together as a family, and that's important. So, what is your Thankful Thursday?
I'm thankful. What?
Mine is quick this time.
Oh. Mine would be this summer being able to spend more time with each other. I feel like most summers, especially since I started working, it has been nonstop having to work. And I feel like this summer it was just more peaceful and more time together.
Yeah, because we had about 3 weeks there where we could actually all spend time together. And this has nothing to do with thankful. Well, it kind of does.
Well, it has to do with my question of the day.
Oh, it does? Okay, well, this has to do with. Oh, where did it go? Pick it up. I can't reach it.
Where did it go?
Right there. It has to do with her question of the day, but it also is my favorite, one of my favorite things.
Get close.
So I am an 80s child. You all know this. I was not born in the 80s, but was raised in the 80s, and it is my favorite all-time decade. And there are a lot of things about the 80s that you hear me talk about, and I will never stop doing that. I'm always going to tell you it's my favorite. So I want to see how many of you. I dropped it again. Okay. It's made to drop. That's just the way it is. So I want to see how many of you remember these. These are not quite like the ones I had growing up. I think mine was green or blue. But I've had these a couple of times. When we went to Tennessee one time, I think my kids got these because I love these.
Yeah, I popped mine, I think, in the car.
Yeah, I love these. So do you guys remember these? I don't even remember what they're called. I have
water snakes?
I have one over there in the package. See, this is my youngest. This is his. He chose this one. And I got one just like it.
Water snake.
And they're called a water snake. Here you go. Water snake. And I cannot remember. What does it say?
What?
How much it was?
$5.
This is the best $5 I've ever spent.
There's on the back how many. There's different colors.
Yeah, these are. I think all of them over there were this color. This came, and I know this is odd, but this came from Cracker Barrel, and I had not been in a Cracker Barrel in years. I used to love to go in there. Yeah, but I love Cracker Barrel. No affiliation, all that kind of stuff. I wish, but it came from Cracker Barrel. It's $5, and to be from Cracker Barrel, that's not. I don't think that's bad. These were probably close to that. I think they were 3 when I was growing up, and used to get them at flea markets. So what you do is it's a little tube with water, and it has like a turtle. And it has
a dolphin and stars in there.
Yeah, there's a dolphin, which I never could figure out what that was before. Yeah, and so this is what you do. You hold on to it, and you can't hold on to it. That's why you drop it, because it continually moves and continually runs back through.
I don't know where it went.
It's okay. We dropped it. Give me the other one. So it says slip and squeeze. ASMR water snake. Well, when I was growing up, we didn't know what ASMR was, but it's a sensory toy, and we also didn't know what that was. And for stress relief, and it says you can smush it and grab it, and it just continually. It says hang loose. How cool is that? And it also says something else right there. What does that say? Shark. Yeah, this has a picture of a shark on it, which I love sharks, so that's perfect. That's perfect for me. So I didn't realize when I bought mine it was ripped open and taped, but that's okay. It works the same. I've been playing with his instead of opening mine. I also got one other thing, and I'll let Kristen reach over there and grab it too. See if
Let me see if I can grab it.
Okay, we had a good look. I also got one of these. And yes, it's torn up. All the colors are mixed up, and I can't put it back. I don't know why we loved these so much when we were growing up, because I can't figure them out. And I'll tell you the secret of what I used to do, which was so wrong. I used to take the stickers off and rearrange them so they were right. Of course, then you totally mess up the whole thing, and you can't ever get it back, I don't think. But
My dad said he did the same thing.
yeah, I think it was what we did. We bought them, we tore stickers off, we re-put them on there, and then they peeled off again, and then you just had a black cube. But this one is really, really loose. Like at first it seemed like it was clicking on each other. But yeah, I love a Rubik's Cube, and so I'm still working on it. I love it, and my youngest has played with it too. And apparently I'm on a kick when it comes to, I don't normally buy a lot of things for me. So that day we were celebrating. My husband got a new job, and so we were celebrating, and so those two things I bought for me. I normally don't buy for me, do I? Sometimes some yarn. Rarely ever do I buy, like, I'm not a clothes shopper, like, just not. And so I'm thankful for a few t-shirts and some shorts and a couple pairs of jeans, and I'm good. Sweater, I don't need a whole lot. But when it comes to 80s stuff, I'm a little obsessed and love it. And this is like, probably more like, I don't know, 70s or 80s. But if you know what this is, should have plugged it up so you can see it working. But it's a lava lamp. And this came from Gabe's, and I think it was like $10. And so for $10, I get to relive. I never had one of these growing up and wanted one really badly. So now I have one. And now I'm like, oh, that's how that works? Google what's inside of a lava lamp, and then you'll understand. If you're a Scentsy lover, you'll probably be like, oh, okay. Because it's literally just wax. But
and oil and water.
And oil and water.
Because my brother told us what it was. We're like, that's not it. And
yeah,
looked up. He was right.
But it's so cool, and I really love it. And it looked orange, but now it looks pink, so I really love that too. So, yeah, so that's my 80s throwback too. So
hey, question of the day.
Question of the day.
What was your favorite toy growing up? Mine was Rubik's Cubes and these water snakes. Like, it's odd how that worked out, but it was. And Barbies.
Because of who her mama is, because they grew up with those toys. I was teaching them, literally, I'm pretty sure we were in Tennessee, and I found those water snakes and was like, you have to try these. And so I found them the other day and went, you have to try these. And they went, we already did that. Don't you remember? No, I forgot.
Because I had a yellow one and I busted it in the car.
Yep. And there was also, besides a Rubik's Cube, there was a Rubik's Snake. And it hasn't been that long ago that I found the identical miniature version of the one I had at Walmart. And actually, my youngest found it. He was like, cool, look at this. And I said, yeah, I've seen it before.
You're like, wait a minute.
I had one, a bigger version. They were like this long, and you could twist and turn them, but his was about like that. And so, yeah, they have 80s toys for 2000 era kids. It is what it is. So, yep. Tell us what your favorite toy was.
And those Chinese finger traps.
Mm-hmm.
We always had those at school.
Yep. And outside of that, my favorite thing I had growing up was a bicycle, because I spent all day outside. And the little rubber balls that you could get for like $3 at the store then. And we used those for volleyballs. We used them for dodgeballs. We even used them for baseball when we didn't have a baseball. And when we didn't have a bat, I think we used a stick. So it worked. We played with it and we had fun, and nobody cared. And, whatever you could find to use as a Frisbee, we just made things up. So, yep. Let us know what your favorite toy is down below. It didn't have to be anything that was store-bought. It could be something that you made up. Oh, when I was growing up and we were in elementary school, there was these big trees there were these big trees out on the playground. And see, I question everything when I say that, and then I'm like, my grammar sounds horrible, but you know how you're talking and things don't sound right. Anyway, we had a bunch of trees out on the playground, and they had huge roots, but the roots that you could see them, they were out on top of the ground instead of under the ground. And I don't know why it worked that way, but you had these huge tree roots that were on top of the ground that grew out, and we used those as seats, and we would use sticks and draw on the ground, and we played like we were doing military tactics, and we played house, and we would draw things out in the ground and pretend to sweep the dust like we were sweeping the house. That was the best time ever, and it didn't cost a dime. It was wonderful. It was elementary school. It was great. So anyway, yeah. Question of the day you've given, and don't forget to be kind, because
you don't know anybody else's journey.
Bye.
Bye.